All right, man. Here's the deal. I know you think being a virgin is the end of the world, especially if you're over 25. But trust me when I tell you this, it's not. Actually, it's the best thing that ever happened to you, okay? It's the best thing that ever happened to you, man. And I'll tell you why. I was like this for the longest time. I thought my life was over. I was 28. I was in depression. I was willing to kill myself. And it was really difficult. I was probably feeling the way you are feeling right now. I went through some very, very dark times. Every day I would cry my eyes out. It was really fucking difficult. Okay. Now, I came to realize this years later that it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Let me tell you why. It turns out your life is just beginning right now. You're not even in your 30s. Okay. You're not even in your 30s. When I see guys nowadays who have kids, are married, and they're like 25, I'm like, man, man, you're absolutely fucked. But that's what I think to myself. You're absolutely fucked. Okay, because these are the years when a man should be building his character, building his strength, his wealth, his athleticism. These are years where you should be developing everything. Okay, when you should be building yourself as a man. When you're 25 and you're saddled with a wife and kids, you're done. You're absolutely done for. Okay, unless you escape, run off, and start over, which is not very moral. Yesterday, I we have a property and I go pick up the rent. The guy. It's not much, but I went there and the guy is like 21, I think, 20, 21, 22, and we meet and greet, and he is in these overalls, all stained, greasy. He's got this stubble, but not in a nice way. He oily hair, and he looks like shit, basically. Okay, he's dead tired, looks like dog shit. And hi, I take the money, and as I'm counting the money, right, and he tells me, "Oh man, the wife's expecting. Yeah, she's 1 month in." I'm like, "Cool, man, that's really good for you. That good job." In my head, I'm like, "You're fucked." And he then says, "Yeah, I had to borrow some of this money to pay the rent this month, right?" I'm like, "Cool, okay. I mean, yeah, that doesn't really concern me. I didn't tell him that, but I don't know why he's telling me that, right?" And yeah, and at the end, he casually just mentions, "Oh yeah, by the way, the wife has two other kids." I'm like, "What?" So not only did you take a shitty job that pays you nothing, not only did you wife it up, right? Not only did you make a kid, but your wife has two other children from another man. Are you out of your fucking mind? This guy's his life is over. His life is over. Okay, he's 21. He's done. There's no going back. Like, what's she gonna do? Right? What exactly is he gonna do? Is he gonna study up? What gonna learn something new? Gonna get a better job? How is that gonna happen? Or is he gonna hit? He's actually fat. He had fat on. He's just fat. 21 and he's super fat. What? What exactly are you gonna do? You can't pay the rent. You can't feed your family. You're basically paycheck to paycheck, man. You have no time to make a business. You have no time to learn. You have no time to hit the gym. You don't have any of that. It's over. Your life is over. There's nothing you can do. Another guy, another one of my ex friends. I no longer talk to him, but I passed by his house the other day, and he said like, "Yeah, man, I'm kind of sorry we moved away. Now it's really difficult. He's a carpenter. Now I'm just every day I'm hustling super hard to make this. He's building the house by himself, right? He's very handy with. He's a handyman basically. But you can tell in his voice he's super unhappy. He's got a wife and two kids. He's about my age. He's so unhappy. Like, what? Why are you living? Why are you living? It's over. It's like, I mean, I don't want to sound pessimistic, but if you think about it, what are they gonna do, right? If they somehow manage to install the right software in their brain, in their head, that okay, maybe I can start improving little by little. Like, yeah, maybe I can't run, I'll never catch these other guys, but maybe I can sort of drag my elbows through the mud. Maybe I can make my something of myself. That's super unlikely. That's never going to happen. These guys are done for. And that was sort of a long ass tangent to tell you that you're not missing out on much. Okay? Focus. If you're a virgin, you're blessed, bro. You're fucking blessed. Just make this mental shift. You're super blessed to be in this position. You're not saddled with a girlfriend. You're not saddled with a naggy wife. You're not saddled with kids. The world is your oyster. You can build your character any way you like. Okay? Hit the gym, read books, start a business, develop yourself. Okay? Hang out with other like minded men who are on the self improvement journey. These are all positive things. You are not complete yet. You're super young. Okay? When you, like, there's a lot of channels that mention this. 35, 36, 37. This is when you hit your sort of peak years where everything sort of coalesces together, all of the effort you've put in. It's true. My dad said the same thing. My dad is awesome. Like, he's born in 64, I think, and he said the same. I told him, according to most like sources, men hit their peak at like 37. And he said, yeah, that's definitely true. I was in the best shape of my life, 37. Had just put a roof over his head, had his own house, everything. It's true. At 25, you know jack shit. You know nothing. So if you're like me, if I could go back in time right now and talk to my former self, I was in depression. If I could tell him this, watch this video, right? It would completely shift his mindset. Because instead of moping, you would see, fuck, this guy's right. Everything is in the cards for me. I can improve. I'm not even gonna look at women. Because when I start building, even if I'm 28, right? Maybe some other guy who's been lifting weights, working out. He's got an amazing body. He's read a ton of books. He has his business down. Maybe he's 28 now. He's well beyond my level. I'm never gonna catch this guy. But I can definitely put in like 8 solid years of work. And guess what? 8 years is a long fucking time if you put the grind in every day, man. It's a long ass time, okay? You can make it happen. So, and at 36, imagine the options you're going to have. Every woman is going to be with you. Every single woman. You're not even going to have to chase, right? Maybe if you're like me, who doesn't have very many friends and doesn't have a social circle, maybe you're going to have to do a few approaches, right? But if you, let's say, set up your life in a way where, for example, now I'm in a position where I can just go hang out at the beach and work from there, right? Do nothing, just have a laptop, sip on a water or something. I'm in an environment where chicks are going to start noticing me, right? I've been putting on some muscle, just sitting there chilling, not even trying to talk to them. Just by being there, sort of, is going to be a setup situation, right? Start thinking about how you can sort of arrange your life where chicks can start coming to you, right? Because maybe right now you don't have anything. Let's say you're 28, you're a virgin loser, fat as fuck, you live with your parents. I have another example like that. Um, yeah, if you change your sort of your software, you drill this into your head. After 8 years, bro, you could be a millionaire, and you have to have a vision where you want to live, what you want your life to look like, what car you want to drive, what sort of job you want to have, or maybe what sort of business you want to run, how much money you're going to have in the bank. Okay, when you start thinking about these things and then taking action, putting steps towards that vision, in 8 years you're going to get there. If you don't get there, you're going to be halfway through, which is going to be still plenty. You will have surpassed every other guy, right? The guy that settled with kids, 21 or 25, you're well ahead of them. They're never going to catch you. All of the chicks are going to want you. It's inevitable. So think of this being a virgin as a blessing. It's the best thing that ever happened to you. I didn't realize it at the time when I was 28, but I can see it now. If I had thought about it like that, like this at that time, my life would have been much better much sooner. But better late than never, right? Realize this. It's the best thing that ever happened to you. Only if you take action every day, concerted, consistent action towards your vision, towards your goals. And you can make it. I promise you.